This is the story of DHL crash 5960. It was November 25th, 2024. A DHL 737-200 was about to depart on a journey in January to an airport that I forgot. It's 3 AM. They're taking off. It's a cold frost today. This is the latest news we've got by the FAA. This is the most wanted news of disasters in 2024. DHL was a 737-200. Now it's departing on its journey somewhere in Greece. It was cold, frosty morning. People are hoping to get to their destination that day. On board there was 6 crew, 1 captain, 1 co-pilot. Quiet. They took off at 3 in the morning, in the early morning hours of that date. It's near Christmas. People are expecting to get their packages for Christmas, like family, friends packages from them, but it wouldn't arrive because of that minor accident. The claim of this accident has been circulated under pilot error. I'm going to break this crash down to you and tell you how it happened. Buckle up, because this is about to be the craziest story you will hear in ages. If this video was helpful to you, please subscribe to the Anna's Gaming channel. We're trying to hit to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We're getting closer and closer the more we go. Thank you and enjoy the video. How did this crash happen? No one really knows. But now the FAA has regulated what the crash could be. What the crash could be. A pilot error? Yes. But how did this pilot error happen? I'm going to speak to you about, because it was a cold frosty morning. It was 4 in the morning, probably not even 1 degree outside. Very cold. It was frosty. When in the crash, you could see it was frozen when the plane came down and crashed. I'll get you up a picture of it crashing on YouTube. I'll get that crash up for you and you can see what happened and see the plane. This DHL crash was the most crash you'll ever see. DHL 5060. This is the crash. You can see the plane there on its approach, and for some reason crashes into a field near the airport. How does this happen? Now you know what the crash looked like. Now you can realise how this crash happened. And you can see it snowing outside. That can show you how this happened. Now, how did it happen? Because it was a cold day, they put on anti-de-icing, but they kind of got mixed up with the anti-de-icing and the hydraulic pumps. The hydraulic pumps are in the overhead panel right next to the frost things. They don't have light if you turn them on, off. You lose hydraulic power. Stuff like flaps, slats, input landing gear and auto brakes don't need powered over that function. Turning it off, there's no more hydraulics in the aircraft. If that's off and you try to put down the landing gear, they won't come down because no hydraulics. Nothing's like. Imagine you're putting down your gear and you just took down the metal that pulls it down. It wouldn't come down, because how would it come down? That's what could be like. and flaps decrease altitude and slow down planes. They think they put us, but they got mixed up with the hydraulic pumps, thinking that would be the engine de-ice. Because it's so close and it doesn't have any third party covers over it like your batteries have. I mean, you could just flick it and without realising, and that's it. They turn off the hydraulic pumps. They turn off the hydraulic pumps to the aircraft. Where no more hydraulics was in the aircraft. And boom, they're done until they realise that it is. They start descending down, and then they're coming to land. They put down the flaps for landing, and speed brakes, and spoilers for landing. They think inside the cockpit that's went down, not knowing the minor issue they could have resolved very easy by looking. They didn't know that I was down, whereas they continued on, thinking the aircraft was going down. 20 seconds before the crash, it was too late. And 6 seconds before the crash happened, the co-pilot realised something was wrong. Something was wrong with the aircraft. And by the time they could resolve it, it was too late. And that deadly crash you just seen there happened. It fell out the sky, 2 people crashed 5 kilometres from the airport, killing 5 people out of the 6 people on board. And the person who survived on board was the co-pilot. Rest in peace to all the people who died in this. And now I just want to take you through the wreckage of this aircraft and show you that the wreckage was found and what the wreckage looked like after the flight. Having that crash happen is going to be a lot of investigating. Just something like that falling out of the sky is going to be the hardest investigation. But when you get that see that during the wreckage that's been turned off the hydraulic pumps, they will know that they've got mixed up with the hydraulic pumps. It's such a thing to get mixed up with. And it was fine to Venice Airport, VNO. I don't know the ICAO code, but I'll try and give you the ICAO. And it was in Germany. And this could be easy. Like 5960. 5960. DHL wreckage of DHL. It's fine. And that's the this is wreckage DHL 5. That's not what I'm looking for. But funny to Alexa, how do you spell wreckage? Wreckage of DHL 5960. This was some of the wreckage of the plane. All of this gives us loads of information, but the mostly is the inside of the cockpit wreckage, like of the cockpit wreckage. Can't find the exact wreckage, but there's 1 or 2 bits of the wreckage. Now you know what happened, and how could have it been resolved by them looking doing another swipe look at the overhead panel after doing that and confirm that said low pressure, because when you turn the hydraulic pumps off it says low pressure. If you turn the anti-de-icing on, it goes blue. You know, blue, orange. Orange is danger, blue is goodness. Or sometimes they can mix it together. Then you know the crash of this. This crash is very hard, but if I can get any more updates, I'll make a part 2 on this crash. Rest in peace to the 5 victims who were killed in this crash. And this is going to be the most craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And peace out and thank you for watching. Peace out.